Alright, welcome everyone to today's class. So we are going to look at the arithmetic progression today. So let's see what this arithmetic progression is all about. Now we have that the arithmetic progression is also denoted as AP. So where AP are sequence with common difference between corresponding words terms. So here in AP, when we look at a sequence, we saw in our previous class that a sequence is a set of numbers that the next term can be what predicted correctly. So in this case, we are looking at such numbers, but this time around they have what we call common word difference. Now, for example, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, this is a sequence because we can predict the next term to be what 10 and the other term to be 12 and so on. So, but what we observe is that there is what we call the difference, common difference between the corresponding terms. So this is the first term and this is the second term. If we subtract the first term with from the second term, so this is how we have it, then we also see that if it's equal to the third term minus the second term. So if the difference here is equal to the difference here, then we have what an AP word sequence. So second term is 4, so this is 4 minus the first term is 2. Now what will that give to us? That will give us, from here we have 4 minus 2 is equal to what? 2. Now let's do the third term minus the second term. So this is the third term is 6 minus the second term, so we have 6 minus what? The second term 4. So 6 minus 4 will also give us what? 2. So we see that the difference in the corresponding terms is equal to what? Each other. So that's what we call the common word difference. So that means this is what? An AP word sequence. Now, in the AP sequence, we can calculate the nth term of an AP word sequence. And the formula we make use of when doing that calculation is given as what? As T subscript n equal to A plus bracket open n minus 1 times what? Times D. So if we want to find a particular term, so if it's the 10th term, if it's the 20th term, if it's the 15th term, and so on. So we make use of this formula for what? An AP word sequence. So here we have that for a particular nth term equal to the A here represents the first term. So A is the what? The first term. So A represents the first term, while D represents the common difference. So D here is the common word difference. Then N is the nth term. So that is it. So we are going to use this to solve some problems here. So the first question we are going to take is given that the sequence is 0, 2, 4, 6. Find the 20th term of the words of the sequence. So we want to get the 20th term of the sequence. Now we know from the formula to get the nth term of a sequence, we have for an AP is given as A plus n minus 1 times what? Times D. So this is the formula. So we are going to locate the first term. Remember, A represents the first term and D represents the word, the common word difference. So the first term from the sequence here, we can see that this is an AP and the first term here is what? 0. So our A is what? Is 0. Now the common difference, we subtract this with this, second term minus the first term, 2 minus 0 is 2. We also do that, 4 minus 2 will give us what? 2. We also check for this, 6 minus 4 will also give us what? 2. So the common difference here is what? Is 2. So we have now this. So this is T of n. So since we are looking for the 20th term, so our n is equal to 20. So that means we use T of 20 will be equal to A. Our A is 0 plus n. N is what? 20 minus 1 from the formula times D. Our D is what? Is 2. So if we solve this is 0 plus 20 minus 1 will give us 19. 19 will multiply with what? With 2. So we'll be having 0 plus 19 times 2 will give us 38. So we have this. So that means T of 20 is equal to what? 38. So So that means the value that corresponds to the 20th term of this sequence is what? Is 38. So that's how we solve for the AP sequence. Now let's take more questions on AP and see how we can solve them. Now we have question 2. We are given if the 3 consecutive terms of an AP are x, 2x minus 1 and 5x plus 1. We want to find the value of ix, and ii is to find for what? 2x. So now from the question, it is given that the sequence here is what? An AP, and we are given 3 consecutive terms of the word AP. So we know that the common difference is going to hold for the second and the first term. Then we also have for the third term and the word second term. So what we are saying is the second term minus the first term should be equal to the third term minus the second term. So the first term is this. So this is the second term, and this is our third term. So for the second term, we have 2x minus 1. Then minus the first term is what? Is x. So we have this is equal to the third term. Third term is 5x plus 1. Then minus the second term. Our second term is 2x minus 1. So we have this. Now, if we should solve this, we see that 2x we subtract with x, we have 1x. So this is 1x minus 1 remaining here. So here we are going to be having 5x plus 1. Then minus we have fed through. So we have minus 2x minus times minus is plus 1. So we have this. Now, you can see that 5x can subtract with 2x, we have 3x. So we have 1, we plus with 1, we have. So in that case, what we have is x minus 1 is equal to 5x minus 2x is 3x. Then plus 1 plus 1 is what? Is 2. Now we can collect like terms. Let the x go over to this place. The ones without x move over to this side. So here we are going to have, from here 3x is here. So we move x over to this place. We have minus what? X. Then equal to, now what we have left here is minus 1. And we move 2 over to this place. We have minus what? 2. So 3x minus x will give us 2x. And minus 1 minus 2 will give us minus what? 3. So that means our 2x is equal to minus 3. So we have gotten this value as 2x is equal to what? Minus 3. Then the next one is to find for x. So we divide through by 2. So this will be x is equal to minus 3 over what? Over 2. So x is equal to minus 3 over 2. And 2x is equal to minus what? 3. So that is the answer. So this is how we solve when we have AP sequence in such what? Pattern. So we take one more example on AP that is totally different from question 1 and question 2. So let's go. We have that for question 3. If the 5th and the 20th term of an AP are 8 and 38 respectively, find the 5th, the 15th term of the word of the AP. So once we get the 15th term of the AP, we know the 5th term of the AP as 8 and the 20th term is what? Is 38. So in this case, we are going to make use of the AP formula. So we have that Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times d. So this is what we have. Now, from the question here, we have for the 5th term is corresponding to 8. So that means we are going to have from here the value for the 5th term is 8. So this is 8 is equal to A. Our A is unknown plus n. N here is 5 minus 1 times what? Times d. So if we subtract this, 5 minus 1 will give us 4. 4 times d will give us 4d. So this is A plus 4d is equal to what? 8. So I'll call this one equation 1. Now we go to the next one. We have 20th term corresponds to 38. So here we are going to have from the formula here, so the value that corresponds to the 20th term is 38. So we have 38 is equal to the first term A plus n. Our n is 20 minus what? 1, then times d. So we have this. So we subtract this, 20 minus 1 is 19. 19 times d will give us 19d. So we have 38a plus 19d. I will call this one equation 2. Now, we have equation 1 and equation 2. We are going to solve to know the values of a and d from equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. So when we solve this, so if we look at the question, we can see that from equation 1, we can make a the subject formula so that 4d can move over to this place. So from equation 1, we can see here that if I move 4d over to this place, a will remain, then 8 is here. So if 4d cross over, it becomes minus 4d. Now I will call this one equation 3. Now I will put equation 3 into equation equation 2. So if I put equation 3 into equation 2, so the whole of this, anywhere I see a, I'm putting 8 minus 4d in equation 2. So this is 38 in equation 2 is equal to a. Our a is what? Is 8 minus 4 d. Then plus, we have 19 19d. So if we solve this, we are going to solve for minus 4d plus 19d will give us 15d. So 8 can cross over to this place. So we have 38 minus 8 is equal to 19d minus 4d. So this will give us 30, and this will give us 19 minus 4 is what? Is 15 d. So we can now find d by dividing through by 15. So if we do that, we divide by 15, we divide by 15. So 15 we cancel out 15. Our d is equal to 30 into 15. We are going to have 2. So that means d is equal to 2. So here we have the common difference is is 2. So in that case, if the common difference is 2, we now know that we can find the first term, which is a. So from here, from equation 3, we can see that a is equal to 8 minus 4 times d, but d is equal to 2. So I will substitute 2 here. So 2 times this will give us a is equal to 8 minus 2 times 2 is 8. So 8 minus 8 will be equal to 0. So the first term is 0. So we have gotten the first term as 0 and the common difference as as 2. So one can see that from the question we are asked to find the 15th term of the AP. So I can get the 15th term of the AP from here. So the 15th term of the AP will be equal to the first term, which is 0, plus, now our nth term is 15. So we have 15 minus 1 times the common difference is is 2. So we have this. Now this will give us 0. So here we have 15 minus 1 is equal to 14. So times times 2. So this will be equal to 0 plus 14 times 2 will give us 8. So 0 plus 28 is equal to 28. So the correct answer is 28. So this is how we find the 15th term of an AP if we have corresponding terms that leads to different value. So in the next video, we are going to see how we can solve an AP sequence when it has to do with the sum of an AP. So if you are new to the channel, do well to subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. Thank you.